Welcome back. We're very happy to be here back with you. We're in the 25th week in Ordinary Time. Is that right already? I can't believe it. Quickly closing in on the end of the year. Believe it or not, wow. So we're going to have Teresa continue reading from Matthew's Gospel, right? Okay.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with them for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. Going out about 9 o'clock, the landowner saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and he said to them, "You too go into my vineyard, and I will give you what is just." So they went off. And he went out again around noon, and around 3 o'clock, and did likewise. Going out about 5 o'clock, the landowner found others standing around and said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They answered, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You too go into my vineyard." When it was evening, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Summon the laborers and give them their pay, beginning with the last and ending with the first." When those who had started about 5 o'clock came, each received the usual daily wage. So when the first came, they thought that they would receive more, but each of them also got the usual wage. And on receiving it, they grumbled against the landowner, saying, "These last ones worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who bore the day's burden in the heat." He said to one of them in reply, "My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? Thus, the last will be first, and the first will be last." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So this reading is always one that when you hear it, you go, "Wait, what? I agree with that guy, Jesus." And it's something that we have to be very cautious of. What he's saying in here is very challenging, especially to those people who are very active and into church, or even work for the church, or priests, or anybody, because we get it in the back of our heads because I'm doing more, or I've been here longer, I deserve a better reward. And Jesus kind of brushes that whole notion aside in this reading here, and kind of says, that line is great. Are you envious because I'm generous? The envy in this case doesn't make much sense. Why would you be envious because I'm not free to do with my own money whatever I will? No, we thought we were going to get more. No, you agreed with me for this, and that's what you received. So it's an important thing in the life of faith that Jesus strongly and periodically corrects that sense of entitlement that seems to get the better of us sometimes, and in certain communities quite a lot of the time. And it's a very terrible problem in some sense for us, is that we get to a point where we're like, "No, I've done all of this, now Lord, you owe me." And it's not like that. What we are called to in our life with God is not one of what we're entitled to. It's not one of what we're of privilege. It's not one of a right in terms of not RITE, but RIGHTS, our rights, like we do with the government, like the Bill of Rights. It's not like that at all. Our life in God is one of Him giving a gift. And if a person gives a gift, and then gives you a gift, or anyone a gift, 1 year, and then decides not to give a gift the next year, who would, in their right mind, would go up to the person and say, "Hey, where's my gift?" We wouldn't do it among one another because we understand how gifts work. We say thank you because we know that the expectation of receiving a gift is very, we don't, the gift doesn't have to be given. It's given out of an act of love for somebody when it is given. And that's how our life is. Our life with God is one of gift. He gives good gifts to us. Not one of what I'm entitled to, what is my right to have, what I'm owed. Those things, I've said it already, but I just need to impress upon you, they're horrible. They're disfiguring problems in people. They make us ugly, and we weren't meant for ugliness. We were meant for beauty. And what makes us beauty is realizing the great gifts we've been giving and our ability to say thank you. Thank you is the center and most important thing that we are celebrating in our lives. Eucharist means to give thanks. We cry out to God in our need. We give a divine response to that need. Our response is nothing more than thank you, understanding that the gift did not have to be given. Okay, so that's really good. That's a really good way of thinking about it, I think. But there's something like scandalous in all of this too, because the people hearing this were likely going to be offended. Some of them. We have done all of this, Lord. Where is our what is due us? And again, some of the people maybe even hearing this from me today will be thinking, oh, I do this 6 times a day. I do this 3 times a week. I do this time. I'm fine. No, it's never, you're never at that point where everything's fine. We have the parable today of people going out in the middle of the day, going out early in the day, in the middle of the day, and late in the day. And God constantly calling people to himself. And it doesn't matter to him when they come, they receive the same reward. And that is something that is somewhat hard for those elder brother types from the prodigal son parable, the ones that really, have been there always thinking, I'm going to get more than the others. So do your best if this is something that you're pouring over or getting upset about or thinking, and say, if that's something that you struggle with, try your best to put it down. Put down any sense of entitlement. Put down any sense of what is you're owed or what's due you. Put down, especially when it comes to the Christian life. There's just no such thing. We're all in this together. It's the path that's important. Where I am on the path, when I got on the path, when I reach the goal, is not as important right now as me getting on the right path, so to speak. And may God find us all on that path. But sometimes along the way you meet people who are just came on, and sometimes you meet people who are way ahead of you, and sometimes you meet people who were sent back from the front to help you, and you think they just got on the path, and they're actually there to assist you. So to make this wonderful life of faith, to allow this wonderful life of faith to be the full gift and blessing that it is, we need to acknowledge that it is a gift, that it is not something that's due us, and then we can put down all of our haughtiness and entitlement and everything like this. I tell you, this is one of the greater challenges in the world, and it affects us all, probably in ways that we don't even realize that it does. But you have people all the time, even in Christian life, many people, priests, deacons, bishops, it's there, who come to the life of faith with an air of privilege that Jesus warns us very sternly not to have. So there you go. Take the lesson that's offered you there and pray over it, and do your best to remain humble, that you might be called up instead of building yourself up and finding yourself being put back down. So we hope that gives you something to pray about as we continue the week here this week. Have a great week, and the Bills won, so everybody around here is happy, and they look like the good, fantastic team that we're used to these days. So wherever you are, I hope you're doing well and celebrating the beautiful fall weather, almost fall weather that we're having. Take care.